What's going on, guys? Bobby with Consumer Time Capsule. Back with the second volume of the CTC Lightning Round Review. We've got 8 more products on deck for you today, from Mermaid Cereal to the Kellogg's Nutri-Grain Bites, 2 different types of Jif Power-Ups. We've got frosted confetti cupcake and frosted chocolate cupcake, Pop-Tarts. We got birthday cake Froot Loops and chocolate peanut butter corn pops. Ryan, when is the last time you had a corn pop? Come on.
Geez.
It has been at least 25 years for me, so I am definitely looking forward to it. Anyway, guys, we're gonna turn the camera off, try every single thing, and when we come back, we're gonna rank these in an 8-part capsule countdown and let you know what we think of those gimmicks, so stay tuned. And we're back. Ryan and I just tried all 8 of these products off camera, and now it's time to do a capsule countdown, rank these from 8th to 1st, figure out what tastes the best, and along the way, assign a gimmick grade to figure out what products are the most interesting. 8th place, got to start it off from the bottom. Definitely got to be the stacked triple layer Jif Power-Ups, the S'mores variety. Definitely the weakest performing of the 2 Jif Power-Ups we'll be talking about today. I got this little box of these for $2.49 at Walmart. Man, I gotta tell you, Ryan, you said it tasted like a diaper, and you really weren't that far off. Also doesn't look super appetizing. It immediately, yeah. It immediately starts melting. We even put these things in the refrigerator and it just didn't help. But it's a layer of chocolate. Inside is peanuts and peanut butter. On top is a little bit of added chocolate reinforcement with some chocolate pieces and marshmallow. It does not taste like any s'more of all time because s'mores don't have peanut butter and they shouldn't have peanut butter. And it just wasn't that good. Very light on the gram as well. You know, like s'mores, the number one thing in a s'more is graham. Like, it's like what you taste the most. They just did a very poor job of capturing that. I will give the gimmick a 5 out of 10 because I think it's a really interesting snack bar, and you know, definitely glad that I got the box, but I'm not so glad that I tried it. So I'm gonna give 8th place on today's capsule countdown in a 2.5 out of 10. Last place for the CTC lightning round for today. That brings us to number 7. My first time eating corn pops since probably 1992 or 1993. And I gotta say, it tasted very stale, and it wasn't. This is a brand new cereal. I got this box, a normal sized box at Kroger for, I believe it was $3.49. And here is what they look like. Yeah, they just kind of taste stale right out of the box. When you pour milk on them, it just absolutely demolishes the cereal. Like, it just doesn't hold up well to anything. The smell is really good, though. It smells like Reese's Puffs. That kind of peanut butter waft that you get. Mm-hmm. But yeah, ooh, it just tastes wrong. Just doesn't taste right. So I'll give it 7th place on today's capsule countdown and a 3 out of 10. In terms of the gimmick, it is always interesting to see them like basically try to elevate a dead brand. Like, who thinks about corn pops in 2019? So you got to give them a little bit of credit over at Kellogg's for doing a corn pops oriented product, but that's about it. So I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Now, 6th place on today's capsule countdown goes to Kellogg's Nutri-Grain Bites. We got the Strawberry Blast variety, but I do believe that these also come in blueberry and apple at the very least. 10-pack of these goes for $4.99 at Walmart, so a little steep. Let's take a look at what they look like here. These little pockets, kind of similar to the Pop-Tarts Bites that we reviewed quite some time ago. A bit thicker than a traditional Nutri-Grain bar, which is really to my liking. And really not a whole lot else differentiating it, especially taste-wise, from a normal Nutri-Grain bar. I'd say the gimmick of a Nutri-Grain bite, another kind of weak one. Got to be, what, like a 3.5, 4 out of 10, something like that?
Give it a 4, yeah.
Give it a 4. But yeah, 6th place on today's Capsule Countdown for taste. And I will give it a, I don't know, what do you think? 4.5? 5?
4.5.
4.5. Give it 4.5 out of 10. 5th place on today's Capsule Countdown is going to be the Chocolate Frosted Cupcake Pop-Tarts. This is part of a 2-part launch of cupcake flavors. This one very clearly derived from the Hostess cupcakes and actually tastes a lot like Hostess cupcakes. The main unfortunate differentiator between Hostess cupcakes and these is that these have a lot more chocolate flavor, but it's almost like a cardboardy type chocolate flavor and not nearly enough cream inside. It shines pretty bright, but it's thin. You need more than that to really capture the chocolate cupcake experience like you would with Hostess. Look, it's okay. If you buy them, you can eat 8 of them. You know, if you had to get a 16-pack like at Walmart, that would not be a good thing. I got these 2 for $4 at Crest Foods in Oklahoma City. I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. 5th place on today's Capsule Countdown for the Frosted Chocolate Cupcake. Did we go over the gimmick? We'll double gimmick with the cupcakes. I think it's kind of cool that they went the cupcake route. I don't know. I'm going to do a 6.5.
Yeah.
6.5 out of 10. I think they got kind of neat boxes. You know, not a bad overall concept. All right, so what do we got next? 4th place. 4th place on today's Capsule Countdown is going to be the Kellogg's Fruit Loop Birthday Cake Strawberry Birthday Cake Flavored Cereal. The good news that I have to report to you, that I'm sure that you have already figured out since it got 4th place and not last place, is it really doesn't taste like artificial strawberry cereal, which is actually a pleasant surprise. It held up really, really well in milk. These pieces are very, very difficult to get soggy, so great job there. You know, unfortunately, it's just not the kind of thing you could really eat a whole box of or even a whole bowl of. So I'm going to give it 4th place on today's Capsule Countdown, but we'll give it a 6 out of 10 because I feel like in terms of execution, they did about as well as they possibly could. For the gimmick, I think birthday cake cereal, I like the bright yellow box. It just looks like a great box. I'm going to give it the highest gimmick grade of the day so far. I'm going to give it a, what do you think? 8 out of 10.
I'd say so.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10 mostly because it's in a small box. All 3 boxes are small boxes. So shout out to Kroger for this one. I think it was $4.29 for that. A little steep, but you know, worth it for a decent box. Now, going to the bronze medal winner here. 3rd place is the Pop-Tarts Cupcake Frosted Confetti Cupcake. And this one, I really like the crunchy circular sprinkles on the outside. I thought that was a really cool thing. You know, sometimes you would get those bake sale cupcakes, have little dinosaurs on them and stuff.
Oh,
you know, these are kind of like that. They remind me of that. And they have a really good number of sprinkles on it. You can't bite into it without biting into a few of those sprinkles. The vanilla on vanilla is a little bit too vanilla. So that would be the one criticism that I have. But with this one, it's less of a too little inside situation. Wouldn't you agree, Ryan?
Yeah.
Like the last one with the chocolate cupcake, you just needed more filling to make sense. With this one, you really did get kind of a cupcake vibe, and they actually did a pretty decent job. This is one that I'd say probably the first thing I might consider repeat buying out of all these products so far. You know, we already went over the gimmick. I think we went, 6.5 out of 10 on that. But for the taste, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I think it fares even maybe a little bit better there. It's solid. It's solid. If you like sprinkles, I feel like this is definitely the way to go. So that brings us to second place on today's Capsule Countdown, and that's going to go to Jif Power-Ups, a far cry from its sister product.
Diaper.
But this one, yeah. So this one is Epic Chocolate, as they call it. It is creamy peanut butter on the top with pretzel pieces in it. Inside is peanuts and peanut butter, and then it's dunked in, I think, more peanut butter, right? It's got a lot of peanut butter on this one. No, it's chocolate on the bottom, which makes sense because it's epic chocolate. So there is the top layer. This one has less pretzels than the one that we ate, which is too bad because the pretzels really go well with it. This is one where I actually tried it even before our lightning round review, and I tried it unrefrigerated, and it was a disaster. So make sure that you throw this one in the refrigerator. It melts in absolutely no time at all, which is why it looks a lot less appetizing now. But really, if you get it refrigerated and cool, it's like a delicious candy bar more than it's like a you know, meal replacement bar or whatever. So I'm gonna give it very filling, very tasty. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Which is really surprising considering how terrible the execution was on the other Jif Power-Up. And really, first place. You got to give it up. It is the era of the mermaid, and I am so excited that this was our winner. I promise you, I wasn't spotting her any points. This was earned. The funny thing about the taste of this mermaid cereal is you would expect it to be like strawberry or like some kind of artificial berry sweet something rather. It just tasted like really faint Apple Jacks. In like with no apple flavor whatsoever. You know, it just like a little light sweetness. They come in these nice little pieces, part fish, part stars. We get the light blue and pink pieces there. And man, they are really, really good. You want to talk about an edible cereal? Oh, yeah. This is just lightly sweetened, perfectly crunchy, really tasty. Just perfectly sweet. You put them in milk. They were staying crunchy because they're really small, tight pieces. These are much smaller than typical pieces of cereal. And I don't know, it's not a flavor that's gonna totally rock your jaw. This is a day in, day out, hard working type cereal. You can go through a few boxes of it. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10 in terms of the taste, but the gimmick is where this fares the best. So even though it got first place on today's Capsule Countdown, really, the star of the show is that beautiful box. Oh, yeah. I love the shimmery mermaid lettering. I love the design. I don't know, Mermaid Treasure awaits your discovery is the gimmick on the back. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 for the gimmick. Really love the gimmick. Really love the taste. It's a cereal I'm very glad that I didn't have to buy at Walmart in the giant size. I got it at Homeland in Oklahoma City, and I believe it was $3.99. So, you know, not a steal of a price, but definitely worth it. And I'm happy to be adding all of these boxes to my collection. And hey, since it's the CTC lightning round, on my way out, as is the new tradition, I'm going to show you a new product from my old collection. This one is a 2002 Pop-Tarts box, Wild Strawberry Simpsons design box. Look at this thing. Is that awesome or what?
What year is this from?
This is from 2002.
Cool.
So look at that right there. I love that they put the yellow Simpson hues on the Pop-Tart itself. It's wild strawberry, Ryan. This is not just your normal strawberry.
Did you actually eat these ones?
I did not. No, this is a recent addition to the collection, but one that I'm very, very glad to have. Look, I'm a lifelong Simpsons fan. I know every quote from the first like 13 or 14 seasons. And yeah, just something I thought I'd throw in there since we saw a couple Pop-Tarts today. Anyway, guys, happy 2-year anniversary. Today is the 2-year anniversary of the Consumer Time Capsule YouTube channel. 800 commercials, 300 reviews, 3 full-length special features, and now 2 CTC lightning round reviews. What do you guys think of the CTC lightning round review? And look, you know, unfortunately, I do have some news. We're not going to be doing any commercials for a couple months. We're not going to be doing reviews as regularly for the next couple months. But the good news is we're going to be doing full-length VHS special features every single Saturday, and a sprinkling of special features in between, probably with Ryan and I doing stuff like the lightning round and on-location reviews, just maybe with a little less frequency than normal. My work schedule is getting insane. But I still love doing it, and hey, thank you for 2 great years, and here's to 200 more? I don't know. However long we can possibly handle it, we'll be doing it. But what do you guys think of the lightning round? And, well, of course, I'll miss you till I see you. I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to eat some of this cereal. Cheers.